You know that moment when someone turns to you at an event and tries to start some meaningless small talk about the weather, and something in you immediately goes flat? Not because you're rude, but because your brain already knows exactly where this conversation ends. People who hate small talk tend to fall into one of these four psychological types. Let's see if you can spot yourself in any of these. First up, the signal seeker. You can maintain eye contact, nod at all the right moments, produce the appropriate laugh, yet still be completely gone. Not intentionally being rude, just checked out, just scanning. Your brain was looking for something to lock onto, and it just never found it. For some people, attention works like a tuner, and the brain only locks in when there's an actual signal. Small talk feels like static. Nothing to tune into. It's not refusal. It's that there's nothing to grip. The engine keeps searching for traction and finding only smooth road. Psychologist Robert Kaplan at Carleton University found it's not shyness, not anxiety, not a social skill deficit. He calls it unsociable withdrawal, a preference for substance over noise, plain and simple. Think of it like a radio built for mountain frequencies. It'll work in a parking lot. But that's never what it was tuned for. You've nodded through 10-minute kitchen renovation stories and retained zero. Not even the countertop choice. Most people move through those exchanges without a second thought. For the signal seeker, there's nothing to lock onto. Wrong frequency. If you've left a gathering feeling completely fine, just not energized by a single exchange, this is probably your type. Then there's the overclocked. And this one's sneaky. You can be wrecked after a good talk with someone you love. Nothing went wrong, but you still need an hour of quiet before you feel like yourself again. It's more than just introversion. Your brain charges full price for every single conversation, including the ones that absolutely weren't worth it. For most people, small talk runs on social autopilot. Automatic, effortless, barely registering. For the overclocked, every exchange requires conscious, deliberate work. Reading tone, calibrating responses, managing how you're coming across. No autopilot, full manual. Your version of a quick catch-up is the same as a 3-hour file download. Nobody told you it was supposed to be 90 seconds. Science backs this up. Going through the motions registers in your body the same as real effort. Not imagined. Measurable. It's not that you don't like people. It's that your version of social runs at full price every time, and small talk is never worth the cost of admission. If you actively enjoy one-on-one time but dread group settings, even with people you like, this is yours. Now, this next type is where things take a turn, the armored. Most people who hate small talk will land in type 1 or 2 and feel seen. But this third version is much different. Small talk bores you, but when the conversation starts to go somewhere real, when someone gets a little vulnerable, when it feels like something might actually be said, something in you reaches for an exit. Not a door. An evasion like a joke or quick topic change. Anything that keeps the room from getting too honest. Psychologists call it reticent withdrawal. Avoidance driven not by preference for solitude, but by anxiety about real connection. They will say they hate small talk, but in reality, they are protecting themselves. The armor got built for a reason. Something early taught this brain that being known has a cost, so it built a policy. Keep it shallow, stay safe. But now, keep it shallow isn't protection, it's just the default. And small talk hatred became the alibi that kept everyone at a comfortable distance, including the ones worth letting in. If someone starting to get close makes you reach for an exit, ask yourself, is it the small talk you hate, or is it the risk of being known? And then there's the fourth type, the integrity detector. Someone asks you how you are doing, and something in you hesitates right away. Not because you don't know the answer, because the real answer is 3 paragraphs, and you know people don't really want to know. So you just say, "You're doing great," as everyone else does. And every time, just briefly, it feels like you lied a little. The gap between what's being said and what's actually true registers in the body. Not anxiety, more like a wrong note in a song you know by heart. An anthropologist named Malinowski figured this out. Some exchanges aren't designed to inform, they're designed to bond. The question about how you're doing was never meant to be answered honestly. It just signals, I see you. For the Integrity Detector, that memo never arrived. And every scripted exchange feels like performing in a play. Here's the thing. Small talk doesn't feel empty because you're pretentious. It just feels wrong because you're honest and only want real conversations. That's not a flaw. That's your body telling the truth, even when the room isn't asking for it. You are this type if performing pleasantries makes you go slightly flat, if you feel yourself step back mid-exchange, even with nothing actually wrong. 4 types: the Signalseeker, the overclocked, the armored, the Integrity Detector. Drop it in the comments which type you are. And if this hit home, subscribe to the channel for more deep dives like this.